Okay, so episode 1 of Mystery Film Review. Right, I'm going to review a film today that I saw for the first time at the weekend. I had seen it advertised quite a while ago, and I wanted to see it because it looked visually very, very pretty. I loved the art style of it, and it just really appealed to me the way it looked and the film itself. And so I put it on the weekend, and it was really good. It really surprised me. It was better than I thought it'd be, actually. It was a lot funnier than I thought it'd be. It had that kind of adult humor, but while still being good for the kids to watch as well. And I don't know a lot about this sort of franchise, but I know the basics to be able to enjoy the film that I watched. And it was just so good. Like, again, back to the start with the actual visuals of the film. So visually, it is beautiful. It's so good looking and such a nice film. The graphics really impressed me actually. They were very colourful, very vibrant. It felt very much like the franchise, but on a modern flip of it, modern sort of look of it. So yeah, it visually really appealed to me, and I loved it. The story of the film was easy to follow, nothing too complicated, really good fun, a good kind of adventure film. The cast were really good. It surprised me the cast didn't they weren't all recognizable. There was a good cameo in there, or a good not a good cameo, but there was a good voice over on the in there from by Mark Wahlberg. There's also and his character was just really good. He really played it really well for the role it was, and it didn't ponder this film. Didn't waste time in going out to do what it wanted to do. The first bit of the film, it gives you backstory and sort of history of stuff of the characters, get a bit of character building, and often in films I don't really want to waste time with that, but it was needed. It needed to be there to help support the film later on down the line and helped cement relationships that you need to see later. So the beginning is really good, and it wasn't slow. It wasn't like a slow character building bit. It was enjoyable and funny, very funny throughout the whole film. Little bursts of comedy bits throughout the film, which were just brilliant, and they did work, and they were funny, and I was actually laughing out loud at some of these things. And then before I knew it, I was like, how long has it been? I looked at the time, it had been 40 minutes, and so much had happened. So much had happened in the first 40 minutes alone. So it's great. And when there were action set piece bits, like there are chase scenes or there are action scenes as such, they're great. They were really, again, really comical and just fun. This whole film just reeked of fun and laughter and just lightheartedness, and it reminded me of how old sort of animated films should be, and kind of losing it a little bit like that too much nowadays. There's too much of a hidden message in animated films nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, it had its own message behind everything on the film, and it's a good message, but it wasn't like being hammered into you. Like sometimes I find sometimes Pixar films can like hammer home a message more than having fun with the film. Not all of them, just sometimes. Like I find that. But yeah, this film was really enjoyable. And again, I have to say again, it's beautiful to look at. If you like animated, nice art style, this film was really good for that. So a bit more information now, in case if you're thinking you might have worked it out. Cast. Some of the cast I can remember, like I said, there was Mark Wahlberg, Zac Efron was in it, which surprised me. And there was also Jason Isaacs, I think his name is, who I love. He's such a good um, actor and voice actor, just brilliant guy. I think that's it for the main voices I can think off the top of my head. Now, I think I'm right in saying this film didn't do very well figures wise, statistically at the box office, because it was released, I think, during all the start of COVID 19, the coronavirus. But I'm hoping that it does do well enough for the studio to make and greenlight some more sequels. I would love to see a sequel or sequels to these films. I would happily see them, and I hope we get some sequels because I want more. And so, to round up, the film that I have been reviewing in this video was Scoob, the Scooby-Doo film. Really good film. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. If you like a good animated film, like comedy, like want a bit that old nostalgia from when you were a kid, whatever, recommend Scoob. Really good fun. I would give it 4 out of 5. Brilliant fun. Go and watch it. Thanks for watching, guys.